So funny because I'm doing this and it's like I'm not used to people looking at me yet, which is funny because I'm doing it for 2 years. But anyways, Brandon with Mt Olympus RC here. Today we're doing a simple test of vented and non-vented tires. So let's go get on some rocks and check it out. All right, here's what we've got going. Got the vented wheels. We're using the Proline Hyraxes, stock wheels, stock foams. These ones are vented. I painted these ones silver so you could tell what's running in the video. The silver ones are not vented. The black ones are vented. We're gonna do each line with the vented and each line with the non-vented and see if we can notice a performance difference. Let's see what we can do. That means go. One non-vented. I'm sure you can hear the audio cutting out every half second. I have no idea what's causing that. I did all the audio checks beforehand, so bear with me throughout this episode as it does that. I am sorry once again for the audio, but I have no idea what on earth is causing that in this episode. Smack. Dude down well. Big crash. Personally, big fan of non. I think you get less tire roll with it non-vented. I want to try one more line here with the non-vented tires. This might end up being a good test, actually. I had little faith there was going to be a lot of difference, but there might be more than I thought there was going to be. Yeah, it wasn't bad. We're gonna swap tires, try those lines again, and see if we notice any difference. Be back after these brief messages. All right, here we go with the vented. This is a pretty steep incline. So far, it's about the same as the unvented. Man, this thing looks so good on the rocks. Yeah. We're gonna come down and see if the vented makes a difference on the decline. That's gonna want to kick that back tire up. Oh man, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but the purples and the greens out of that color are so awesome. This thing looks so good. I'm so happy with this. All right, sweet. Now I'm gonna do one more for fun. Non-vented again. Now I had to bump with the non-vented tires to get up this bit right here. Let's see if I can do it without bumping. It wants to slide my front end to the right. So if I go left, oh, look at that. Oh, sweet. Come up here. Look how good that looks. Woo! don't know if you can see the purple in the hood. Not really. It's too bad. Come on, come on. There we go. Nice. Woo! So good. So far, no difference that I can tell. And I'll probably say this 100 more times in this video, but with the rig being so light, I'm not sure we're gonna see a difference. Who knows? Stay tuned. All right, we're gonna try this line here with the non-vented first. Take a turn right here to really test the sidewall of the tires, and you can see they are not rolling. All right, we're rocking vented tires. Now I cannot 100% remember how I did this. Okay, there we go. Oh, the Baja truck wrecks with them. He got, oh, hold on. You guys see that tire squishing right there?
Where?
So the unvented did not do that.
They just smashed into it.
So I'm gonna turn.
Oh, I freaking dude, it was insane. Just start rolling down the wheels.
Somehow my tire stack has magically moved. So we're gonna run it over. Yeah! All right, here's
A wreck.
another thing, a wreck. Okay, here's something I wanna show a little bit.
Mark, I have an idea.
Is on this side hill. I don't know if you can tell on that front tire.
Oh.
The tire's rolling just a little bit. It's really hard to see, but you can see it on that front tire. The non-vented did not do that, and I break the body. But I think that is the big difference, is the non-vented will not roll. They have a better sidewall support because of the air inside the tire. So yeah, there's that. All right, here. One of my favorite lines. Hey, Shadow. I'm gonna try to stay out of it as much as possible, but the sun is making that very difficult, so non-vented first. Sweet. Now we're gonna run the vented tires. All right, here is this line with vented tires. Hey, look at that. That is Oh, I thought it was going to go a little better than the non-vented, but there we go. I just am in love how this thing looks on the rocks. Now I gotta hit that divot there. So the pins of these so actually hung up on it, because they do like to get hung up on some stuff. All right, now you're gonna see some really good tire compression on that back wheel that you would not see on the vented. There we go. Come on. See that getting hung up? Beautiful. So I thought that. I really did think this, that the vented tires were going to make a big difference. Really did. You could see in some of the areas where it compressed more and the sidewall wasn't as strong on the vented tires. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna try it the rest of these lines and see if there's a difference. So far, got 1, 2, 3 lines. This will be number 4. It's gonna go up the edge of that. With non-vent again. I'm going to keep my tires close to the edge as possible. This is going to be a challenge because of my wheelbase. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Ha ha ha. That looks so good. I mean, it just looks so good. Vented tires on line 3 or 4, I don't remember. Again, we're going to try to hug the outside as much as possible of that line. But I do think this is one where vented could make a big difference. Now I gotta wait till my back tire's close enough to turn so it doesn't come off. And I'm gonna utilize the amazing low crawl of this hard park transmission with the Furatech electronics. Yep, that back tire's gripping, it's starting to. A little more wheel speed, there we go. Not gonna lie, I really can't tell a difference. I think there's one spot where I come into it where I'll be able to tell a difference. We'll see on the next line, but so far, pretty dang similar. All right, we're gonna start with non-vented, work our way to vented. Now, I'm a little skeptical that this is going to make it either way just because wheelbase plays a big factor on this, but it looks like it's doing okay so far. And why am I not surprised? This is Demigod. Oh, heck yeah, that was sick. Going all the way to the tippy top right here. Yeah, it was awesome. All right, the sun is horrendous for shadows, but we're gonna do our best. We got the vented tires on here. In my opinion, this is probably the line that would show the biggest performance difference between the two. And the other tricky thing here is I just don't think I'm gonna get that much compression out of these tires because I'm so lightweight on Demigod. Not gonna lie, there we go. I can't even see the car because of all the shadows. Okay, that made it up just as easy as it did with the non-vented. She does look so good. Well, folks, hate to disappoint you, but I didn't notice a difference. I just didn't. Though I do think it has something to do with how light Demigod is, and I tend to run my rigs on the lighter side, which I'll do a whole episode on light versus heavy and why I do what I do. But the vented ones do compress a little bit more. On a heavier rig, the sidewall would give out a little bit more, so I do like to have the air in the tire to simulate a real tire as much as possible. And I do know, yeah, real rock crawlers and stuff, they air them down way low. And some of that physics transfers, but I don't think all of it does. So yeah, we're gonna hit one more, probably my favorite line here. We're gonna go hit that and then compare it there. Last line, non-vented first. When I first made Demigod, it was supposed to just look really cool with the body on it and not drive really good. But so far, it drives really good with the body on it, so it's a lot more fun. Oh my heck. I think we got her, folks. Heck yeah. That is insanely good. And Demigod is insanely good to look at. All right, now we're gonna do this same line. You guessed it, with the vented tires, if you didn't, but that went up fairly easy. I was impressed, so I'm gonna swap the tires again and try it out. Okay, here we go. We're on the vented tires now. Same lines as best I can. Already failing it. All right. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna be really real with you for a second. I'm gonna be really real. I didn't really notice a difference. Put my sunnies on because I'm looking right into the sun. Now there was one spot where it seemed to have the little bit of compression may have helped, but I really don't know. Again, I'm impressed it made it up that. That's a pretty challenging thing, especially for a short wheelbase. But all in all, I can't really tell too much on this line whether or not vented or non-vented made a difference. Well, as always, Demigod has been an absolute joy to drive. When I built this thing, I was not necessarily doing it for performance. It was just to use this model body I had, and it performs really well. So yeah, here are my final thoughts on vented versus non-vented. I think the heavier your rig is, the bigger of a difference it makes. Like if you have a super lightweight rig like my Dreadbolt, which is an Axial SCX24 deadbolt, which weighs 306 grams, it runs non-vented and it does really well with non-vented. It has the Proline, really popular Proline tire. Why can't I think of what it is? It's not the Trepidor. I've got the Hyraxes on Demigod. Wow, I can't think of what it is. But I know that like some of the other big YouTubers are big fans of them. So Trenchers, it's got those on it. These here are the Hyraxes, vented, non-vented. I don't think it made a difference. I don't think you're gonna notice. Especially on this one. This one weighs about 360 grams. So, yeah. Anyways, if you guys like this comparison video, the versus video, give me a like. Let me know what you're running on your rigs down in the comments below, vented or non-vented. And if you want to catch more videos or enjoyed this as much as I did making it, I will link some other playlists in the description. Don't forget to check out the new Halloween shirts, which are live on onlyrcs.com. 20% off description, 20% off merchandise in the description. There are beanies, there are hats, there's the Halloween shirt, there's the Freedom shirt, and there is the standard shirt. They all come in youth sizes as well. So all my kids are all equipped. Get your kids equipped, because even at full price, they're really good deal on shirts. Thanks for joining me here at Mt Olympus RC, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Later.